Good night and welcome back to Idle Fans. We're here fresh off of Manchester City's demolition of Real Madrid. We're here after Newcastle had a big win today in their push for Champions League football next year. And we're here ahead of give me a second. We're here ahead of a crucial weekend coming up where Manchester City could win the league if Arsenal chooses to bottle it. All right. I mean, whether they choose to bottle it or not, City can win the league when they do play on Sunday by beating Chelsea. So it's not just an Arsenal. It's not just an Arsenal. City can win it this weekend, and City can also. This could also be the first step in what they're saying is a treble winning year. Of course, if they do win it on the weekend, that would be the third Premier League title in a row. So, of course, all right, hold on here. What Jelly Depot? Arsenal say they competing with Generational City team. They couldn't even beat Southampton this season. All right, but we beat United this season. So what do you want? What do you want? What do you really answer? We beat United this season. What are you talking about? Right. So back to other business. You know, Jalil is a hater. I saw him tweeting things like that now. Today. We have more of them in the comments as well. More say, yo, what's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you, bro?
I never even typed that down.
All right, so we'll press on. The first thing I want is that because we have some things to talk about tonight in terms of the Premier League nominees, Player of the Year, the Young Player of the Year, and what's the other one called, the Manager of the Year. What I know will spur some level of discussion for us tonight. So the first thing I want us to touch on, all right, before we get into full football mode, guys, I just want us to talk about, because we're trying to, put everything into one show now, just because of availability. Let's just touch on the Jamarant incident more. The second incident of Jamarant. Let's put it that way. Do you think, and of course the fans can chime in, do you think that he should be suspended? Do you think that he should just be left alone? Do you think that any punishment should come to his doorstep? Jonathan is joining us, fellow Arsenal fan. Yeah, I would remember Jonathan a couple shows back.
Good night, guys. Good night. It's good to be here.
What's up, bro?
Especially in this great season,
Good to see you, man. I know you would have probably loved to come under better circumstances, but here we are. Of course, let me just do some housekeeping. Get more in its rightful place. So that we can just make sure that everything is done decently and in order. The man Derva saying, I always from Arsenal back. Maybe the real Premier League was the friends we made along the way. I hear that.
Because he put it on Facebook and it was so funny.
Man said, Ja hustling backwards. Can see the pain in Jonathan's face. Hey, look, Arsenal tears are the best. I don't know, Jalil has an agenda. He has an agenda, and to be fair, Jalil, I love it. Because if there's one thing I can say though, bro, you've been consistent. And you know what? I have to take it, because if this wasn't the case, I'm pretty sure the only thing we would talk about for the entire show would be Arsenal's triumph over the league. So I'm with it. I'll bring the banter. Cello has joined us, fellas. Yeah. So my rating. But Jonathan, you familiar with the Jamarant situation?
With who?
The NBA.
The NBA?
Yeah.
No.
No, you're not. We're not going to touch on that. Just real quick before we get into predictions and stuff like that for the weekend. More, what you thinking?
Yo, at this point, right? yo, they need to suspend him longer because I just think the first suspension wasn't even really anything to touch on. But if you come out and do it again, you need to get suspended more because I don't know. This boy like he just don't learn. Because and it's something that you can see he mean to do because he's going on live and doing the same thing again. So yeah, yo, he just likes the entertainment. He just likes to be seen at this point.
I don't
And
know, man. You think 50 games is too much?
no,
No. Okay. All right. I just wanted someone another perspective on it.
Sure.
Just
The
to
man
see how.
listen to too much, little dark on them. So the man they listen to
Yeah.
the little dark, they
Adam,
get
some look what
crazy.
this is what Jelly is saying. By the way, Jamarant's first incident was just on March 25th. Is that what 6 weeks? 6 weeks ago? How long is that? Oh, we see. Look here. Tristan says 50 is way too much. He didn't break. He didn't break a law. He didn't break a law per se. However, I was listening to Shaq and them talking, and they were talking about this morality code that's written into their contracts and stuff like that. And so that's why I'm thinking that he should get some kind of stiff punishment. Why does he want to be toting a gun every time?
yeah, but I think that doesn't the NBA have some policy and all that they're against this whole gun stuff, like showing it all about. So that's why the whole incident came up about the first time.
Tristan says if Miles Bridges getting 30 games for his situation, well, as I say, Shaq, if you want people money, you follow them guidelines, and that's true. If they say, and I don't know. See, Tristan says 54 gun is overdoing it, but the fact of the matter is, and Julie makes a really, really good point. The people in them that to pay you the hundreds of millions of dollars that you're making, that probably give you the clout to be doing what you're doing now, say, don't do this. Just don't do it. Like, is it that hard? How is it that hard? If you want if you want live gang life, give back the money. It's simple. Jaleel, I'm with you. We can agree. We can
Yo,
at least we can do a bit of basketball.
But Sharp,
you
let me
know,
tell you something, right?
you
Man say about gang life, this and that, right? And when you're in a certain kind of game here, you have to make sure you live a certain kind of lifestyle. Man, we take your son and kill you. You have to make sure okay. So plenty of NBA stars here. Then link with gang too now. Just here alone now. Plenty of them. That's them protection. Yeah.
Right. I hear that.
Let me give a little thing to make sure they keep safe.
I hear that. But then you don't see them with the gun. You check? And he done like
you know,
well, Jaleel on point. Go ahead, Moy.
I heard, a whole rundown. I was listening to Skip and Shannon, and they were reading, scenarios where he got in about the incident, and they were saying that his mother don't even help the situation because there's certain cases like it was at his sister's game or something. Somebody was chatting
Yeah.
bare rubbish, but you know what I mean. Instead of rubbish, whatever. And she called him. They was at the restaurant too. She called
Yeah,
him.
I heard that.
You know, and they were saying like, your son is that type of superstar. Don't try to put him in that situation.
And this is the
Because
thing, no more. It's several people. Tristan saying it's just over a gun, but it's several gun incidents. Don't forget he's alleged that he was in the car when one of them pointed a laser at the Indiana Pacers staff too,
yeah.
which is supposedly a gun, but they don't know. But it's alleged. Whether I don't want to see that king, I don't want to see you hoop, and that's it. That's it. We can move on. But that's just
That's
like just hope.
He's not like to say, you can't do those things, but you can be secretive with it. He's not even be doing that. You're just going out being bold.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a basketball player. You can still do more I have to do.
But yet again, more. Them man young no more. So yeah, expect them something from them. Them man young. Them man don't really understand life too much yet no.
Me hear that.
Let me tell you
You're young.
You see, when you're young and you have money, sharp, you believe you're untouchable and unstoppable gods. You believe you can do anything. You believe you're above the law gods.
I hear that. I hear that. But look at this. He's jeopardizing over a second clip, 1 second is taking away his endorsement deals, his Nike shoe deal, his deal with Powerade. I think he lost some money in the NBA too with the contract, not making the All NBA team. Is he just losing money for no reason? Really and truly, no reason. Yeah, Jaleel, look it up, man. Indiana Pacers, after a game, they have some allegations like that. Jaleel, he got one chance to really tell her that's true. He then show how serious it was the first time, and they say his apology was made using chat. That. So you can't
Oh,
tell you can tell he don't care.
it's the whole computer generated stuff, the AI that been going around.
Oh. Okay. Remember, he went on an apology tour. Then 6 weeks later, and the last thing I make on this, we gonna get back to football. But the last thing I made on it, every time, and I was guarded. I was guarded when he came out and said, but every time they seem to get in some kind of trouble, it's always mental health. Oh, let me come step back from my mental health and mental health this, mental health that. Turns out, sounds like you were lying, bro.
I remember in the shop, some of them basketball streets, them man go up in around the badness basketball
right,
in their life.
But not Ja Morant. Not Ja Morant. This man went to private school, grew up with both parents.
Shop, and listen to me, Shop. And because
he ain't gangster, fellow. He ain't no gangster.
Listen to me, man.
Oh, we grew up rougher than he.
Listen what me say, man, boys. I understand what you say, yes, but and because you go private school and go up with both parents, to me, you know, go up as a gangster, no buds.
He ain't no gangster, bro.
Some people go private school here, then do this, then do that, and because them family wealthy and them backbone good, that they kind of cover up all the dirtiness that they do, buds. If you understand me,
I hear you, fellow, but I'm telling you that he ain't no gangster, and he doesn't need to be a gangster, right?
Me don't know that. You don't know that. You know what happened out to basketball, buds. You don't know the life.
Well, the basketball, I know you for. So you follow the basketball rules. You ship out, like what Ajali was saying earlier.
Me and you don't know what happened out to basketball, buds. You might believe the man and a gangster and the man and a cold-hearted killer. You don't know that because they never hear commit no crime. Looks are deceiving, bro. You know what happened out to basketball, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, Cello. But this is what I'm saying. This man, he ain't no gangster.
You don't know that, chap.
Dog, me never see gangster get 200 million and try jeopardize that yet in my life. All them real bad man Cello. No real bad man have always walk and show them gun on TV. You don't see no real bad man do them some of the butts.
Boys, you know, as I tell you yet again.
Cello, I'm tell you, say you go on. I say, John, bad man. You don't know about no badness. I can't talk about football, no fella. Like I jump back to let's jump to Tuesday, because Tuesday into the business. I don't think they made. I don't think it was hard work. They did what they were supposed to do. They got the job done. They into the final. But let's jump to Wednesday, which I think that was we really want to talk about, because the way in which Manchester City just come to town and deal with them man case like if them man they play Southampton, dog. Moi, we watched the game, we saw it, it was a foul performance. I know you're proud, but just pick out some of the small things that you think that we may have missed.
You know,
what you were looking at, what you found out during the game. I should put it out.
Okay, well, you know, we're going, you know, the obvious sparks, you know, we're going to talk about, you know, Bernardo Silva's performance, Kyle Walker's covering up on Vinny. I have to give Edison some praise too, because certain times he come on the scrutiny because people say he hasn't been, you know, performing when
you have allergies.
Yeah, according to Manji, he have allergies. But he made a couple good saves during that game to keep us back into it. Since I'm on the keepers, I have to pick up Courtois, because if it wasn't for Courtois, we could have been out of the tie by at least 10 minutes to go in, 10 minutes gone in the game. He made a couple crucial saves. But
just on thing though, on Haaland.
De Bruyne and Haaland, as we said, City big players didn't have a good game yesterday. It was other players that really stepped up because I have to single out Akanji, and a lot of praise goes out to Akanji, bringing him in for 15 million. Everybody thought that he would have been just a backup player coming to just rotate. He has find his place into the team, and has basically locked it down. Probably one of our best defenders, alongside with Ake this season. Stones did his job yesterday. Working at midfield, helping to shut down, Modric and Cruz going all around the place. And yeah, no, I have to give a bag of praise to my boy Jackie Boy Grealish. He really took it to Carvajal. He was good to see because shout out to him too. He has created the most chances in Champions League for English person
Okay.
in a season. I think it's 36, just surpassing Lampard and Beckham for a season. And yeah, it was a really good performance. City was top tier, from soon as the whistle blew all until the 90th minute. And I always say Julian Alvarez is such in an unlucky spot because he's such a good player, can come on and get the job done. Came out with a goal. And yeah, and it just shows the caliber of players that we have. And we just went in, demolished them, dumped them, got them European giants out of my Etihad. Like the place was rocking now. You saw all those blues around the place, and they said we don't have City, don't have any fans. And the place was erupting. Pep was up for it. The players are up for it. We've just booked out a one-way ticket to Istanbul to win that Champions League trophy when we go and beat Inter Milan.
I mean, as the time draw closer, of course, we're going to get some more in-depth analysis and stuff like that. But right now, we leave Moy to heap the praise on his team. Jelly said Inzaghi have some pep. Pep na love face back three. Derval says teams are of true focus on Haaland and KDB and totally forget that Mahrez, Gundogan, Silva, Grealish, Rodri, Foden, the quality and are a part of the team. Etihad was rocking. He ain't lying. He ain't lying indeed. The atmosphere was good. And I know. Moy said earlier that KDB didn't have his best game, but that pass for Bernardo Silva first goal wasn't that from KDB? I thought that was
Yeah,
a really good pass
that was
to
that was
unlock
basically
everything.
that was the pass. But if you remember the game going on, he had a couple passes where he could slipped in Holland. I think he had a couple where he probably could have passed to Grealish and Bernardo. But they were just overhit, not normal KDB passes. That's why I think it wasn't really the best of the games. But everybody, I must say, everybody stepped up yesterday, and everything, just like how Anfield is for a big game, that's how City turned up yesterday because
Felt that
every
way.
challenge, every movement, Pep was even
The
on the sideline flinging up hands trying to get the crowd involved. And I think they played a very important 12th man to that game.
the game looked easy. If I can say that much, the game looked easy. I don't feel like City was troubled at any point. We had a little one-on-one with Kyle Walker and Vinny as well. I don't think it was anything to talk about. But City versus Inter, that's our Champions League final. That is on June 10th, if I'm correct. June 10th, right?
Yep.
June 10th. All right. Okay. So we're just going to touch on the game from today. Newcastle won 4-1, by the way. And thus they are now sitting a bit more comfortably in third, having played a game more than United, though, on 69 points. All right. So we'll see how well Newcastle can do coming into the weekend and for the next two games. Before we get into the game now, Jonathan hasn't been with us for most of the season, maybe if at all for the season. Jonathan, just in like 2 minutes, sum up your Arsenal feeling. Just like 2 minutes. What it was like going through, after the World Cup and stuff like that, and where you are now, especially in light of how things have turned out over the past couple of weeks.
Well, I had to say one word can sum up everything. I'm very proud of the boys and the progress that we've made in just a couple months because we finished our fifth last season and
Right.
nobody gave us a hope in hell to finish in the top four. Let's
Right.
be real. You come start to the season, preseason predictions. Nobody had Arsenal in their top four. Everybody's about Liverpool, City, maybe United with whoever, and all these people. Chelsea, how much money they could be. All kind of people putting different people in the top four, and Arsenal came. We pushed City for the title. Can I just say a quick fact? These people about this battling story. With 4 games to go in 2011, 2012, Man United were about 5 points clear. And if you all remember that Aguero moment, so that is what you call battling a league title. But back to my point. All right.
Thank you.
So all them United fans talking about battling it. Okay, so let's calm down. This Arsenal team, for us to have pushed this specific City team with Haaland, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, the whole lot going down for the whole season, with Pep Guardiola in charge, with all the money they have, with experience, with the gel and the know-how, for us to have been leading them for so long with such a young team. We have the youngest team in the Prem, don't we? Average age. And one of the youngest managers ever. This is his first managerial job. Some of us forget that, This is Mikel Arteta's first job as a manager, managing Arsenal, and to be taking us to where we are now. Already have an FA Cup under his belt already. That's crazy. So he's making a lot of progress by himself, in and of himself. But as a team, he's done a lot of amazing signings. And made some decisions that we never thought we would even consider. Ben White at right back. I mean, let's be real. People laughing at us for signing Ben White for 50 million. First and foremost, let's not forget the people who laugh. And Ben White is one of the best right backs in the league right now. Like, Ben White is one of the best right backs in the league, and people even want him to be playing centre back, much as right back. All right, let's talk about Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, Jesus, Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka, Granit
Xhaka transformation.
I look at Granit Xhaka, and that's a different man. I don't know who that is. I don't recognize that individual, okay? From the time the man threw down our armband and cussed out the crowd to where he is now, you cannot tell me, none of you, not one of y'all, would have turned around the situation that Mikel Arteta has turned around at Arsenal the way he has. And let's not forget the way he met us, the way we are now, and where we're going to be, challenging for the league again next season. All right? So this is not a one and done story. So y'all focus on your clubs who in 12th place and 5th and struggling to pass Newcastle and them people. Okay?
My boy!
At least scrolling down the table to find some of y'all down there. So don't come at me with them foolishness about battling league title. Y'all battling mid.
My boy!
Calm down. Arsenal has we have a small squad. So you can expect us to be going full throttle every game with the same amount of players, get no injuries. And you can't underestimate in what injuries do to a small squad. People like Saliba are missed. People like Jesus are missed. It's just been fortunate for us that the people who have been stepping in to fill in the injuries have been doing well to the best that they can so far. People like Nketiah and so forth. We've done a good job. We weren't able to do it all the way. It's a bit unfortunate that that's the case, but we're just proud. That's all I have to say.
But you are disappointed, Jonathan, in not wrapping up the league.
Yeah, that is
just clarify with them that yes, you were thinking that the position we were in, you thought that we could have won it from that position.
I thought we could win it since August. I'm very hopeful, but
all right.
But all right, we couldn't do it. And
just to clarify.
Especially when you look back in history to a possible treble winning 3-peat Manchester City team. Let's be real. Come on now. They look like they're going to win 3 leagues in a row and possibly do the treble. So, I mean, if you're going to lose to somebody, well, so be it.
Lose to that, isn't it?
Exactly.
I say, yo, I'm sorry, loser. No crying in the tournament. All right. Okay, fellas. We're going to jump right now.
Why don't you break down the Great City Wall, you check? Good night, Joe.
Oh, God. Yo, all right. We don't join us. Coming time for us to start the predictions. We're going to run through the predictions, guys, because remember, we have to go through the nominations. Let's just run through these predictions and see how the weekend pans out in our mind.
Hold on to the shot. That's what I'm saying. Right, they watch the show. They watch the show before my hop on, right? Yeah. And Jonathan, listen, well, whenever you do start running, whatever constituency you want, they have a vote, dog.
Jonathan, we can do pause. No, we can do pause because I didn't get a chance to tell you that you were so well spoken that election.
Facts.
Like legit, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yo,
Like John said,
here's
I know,
right?
I grew up with you, bro. But sitting down there, I'm like, yo, my
No,
boy.
shock. Real someone remember no, the first time I ever met Jonathan on the show, right? He was
Right.
something we were talking about, and I made a joke saying, "Boy, you sound like a real politician."
Yeah.
Only for see election night, the man on my TV. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Yeah,
He's
guys.
man.
Appreciate
eloquent.
it.
He's
Appreciate it.
really eloquent.
Yeah, well, Mark, you're really well
Um,
spoken, bro.
Go in the dictionary and look up excuses. You see an image of Arsenal next to it.
Oh god.
Hey, Chelsea fans are no shame as well. Them
Yeah,
man
If I
Only you
support
that had no
Chelsea,
shame.
if I
last
support
time I
Chelsea
checked
or I
now.
support Tottenham, nobody see me outside my house.
Yo,
Okay,
word
that's one
word
rule.
on the street is the only one land for Champions League, you know. Word on the street. Not take for
Only
me word
one
for it.
London club in the league, bro.
Yeah, outside me hear about it. Word on the street.
All
And
right,
them
all right, fellas. Let's talk
word
about
on
the
the
other.
street. Word on the street is shocked that the other club and then they even make you open league either.
Ooh.
Me don't
What,
know if it's
what are they?
true.
What are they? You're in seven, dog. And if Aston Villa bang some of this weekend and
Yeah.
they lose to Brentford, Brentford without Tony.
Bro, imagine not even making conference league. That's crazy.
All right, Cello, the man will come for you now. The man say, Cello, talk to me when you win one CL, and both of us have the same chances of winning the CL
Yeah.
next season.
Let me tell you
You're
something.
disrespectful,
Let me
bro.
tell you
You're
something.
disrespectful, bro. If you're not in it.
Chelsea fan here, me don't never talk about CL. You're the first team that win a Champion League, and then I win a league and finish 9th and 10th the next season. You had the embarrassed London big man. And the talk about us Champion League partner. And that alone then always talking here can come in embarrassing. The worst. You and Tottenham are the worst London team ever. The embarrassed London. If
It's
you
a
go London,
QPR by
you
Real
go blue
Madrid.
or white. If you go London,
When
you can't
Chelsea,
go blue or white.
when Chelsea make that for years,
London.
where are you in there? Are you in there and can't win them? Are you they have heart?
Yo,
Even
I love
one
that
thing now.
I love that. I love that.
Even one thing now, Joe. You realize when Jelly start to put up and O'Neal back you up and vice versa. We
But
tell that.
what
It's what the man
me
do.
say is right. You realize he a Man U fan and he in your side with the Chelsea fan. But that's what I love now because here all of them come together, right? And join with the Chelsea fan and the Tottenham fans and them also. And everybody turn City fan. Now that they realize that City about for win the treble and then I go so invincible no
Yeah.
more. No, them I pray that Real Madrid bang them.
Yep.
No, them I hope that Inter go bang them. Hey, look. Yo,
Hey,
sad that be? You know, sad that be? Them they still have to play them in the FA Cup, so they
and
can
then
stop them
talk
from
about
winning
them
the treble.
stopping the treble.
They can stop them, but them I hope
Yep.
that everybody else do them.
Yep. Because they know they will give the team a chance. All right, fellas.
Them.
Tottenham versus Brentford on the weekend, a Tony-less Brentford, and the ban kicks in immediately.
I think it kicks in immediately after the ruling.
So.
Is a 6-month ban?
8 months.
Like, yikes!
Jeez.
I'm not lying, I'm too blind.
So he back in January.
Joe, in that 8 months, the man will still go and gamble again. So what they ban it for?
Yo,
They
might say Tony don't bet the book on the books that 8 months you get no.
Yo, that was the funny Joe. Check with tonight, Joe. That was the bad. But anyway, that's you think that's harsh? Oh, that's fair.
It's fair.
What fear? Boy, the man is poor getting on ban because plenty of them they don't sit down behind this, they don't understand life. They don't sit down behind the desk. That's what plenty of them do.
Then I understand life.
Yeah, they don't understand life. Let the party
Wait a minute.
Man, there's something called rules now, so we don't follow rules now.
You would know about that. With 115 allegations against me.
Hey Joe, we just wait for the last day for coming and them man find them guilty to deduct the price of the grudge.
Hey, look.
No one sorry they who a man to do because nothing gonna happen. I have to wait 3 years. And at 3 years there,
No, but different.
Okay.
Honestly, I hope they get to reduce the sentence a little bit because I was hoping to sign Tony as a backup striker. So, hopefully,
A lot of
But
people are saying
I
that.
think they're going to appeal it.
hopefully.
I don't
Because
think so.
yo, 8 months a whole ton the king. I was saying, personally, I thought he was going to get maybe like 3 months and some big fine. When I heard 8, I was shocked.
The man can get a whole injury, recover, come back, and still be on a ban. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, boss.
But you can't do anything football related.
Football related, yeah.
Yeah, but even that white man, you would get all them bandits.
Oh my
Hey,
hold on.
We
can't go down that road, the jack.
bring racism into everything. The people on them have a rule. Why do you think it should get reduced because you broke rule?
All me say is when them man puts you in a division 6, I hope you can remember they have rules. That's all me say.
I never always say that.
Big man, you see like a whole Luton in the championship playoff. Just now that's how what City. But then go on.
Guilty, then they would have broken my trust. But as of now, I am sticking with my team until
Fair enough. Tony ban is harsh and man's make racist comments and get too much ban. Nah, them kind of shit. Hey, look, Cello can kill me. Racism, I want bigger issue than Tony betting. Cello got some company here in the comments. Cello said the man that understand life. Like seriously, I don't understand what Cello's point with that, bro.
But some of them man, they sit down behind the desk, but they put on their nice suit, they sit down behind the desk. You understand? But remember some of them, Tony and them man, yo, as my boy that play basketball. Yeah. See that man named Tony situation, similar situation, the man in the streets, buds. They have to keep up with bargains in the streets.
Ja Morant ain't no gangster, bro.
No, and
there's no way
raise up with both mother and father and go private school.
Tony
man in the streets, they have to keep up with their bargain for secure themselves, but protect themselves. Because man, we take them things, buds. They have to put them rules.
No, but you're right. No, I understand where you come from. But still, Tony got calmed down.
No, but he missed a shot. Cello, hold on this, Cello. He missed it, Cello. I want thing if a 4 or 5 or 10 charge, no. But 200 or something. What did you get?
But
you can't argue that the dog.
Yo, look at that man wonder how Tony get his results before. How Tony case calm before. Yo, the man say sell with the funniest big man. Don't sell the man say you win the night.
No, but like the man have to keep up them bargain, man, but.
Alright, okay, fair enough. Alright, so let's get to the prediction. Let's get to reality. I'm going Tottenham 2-1.
You go
2-0. I'm going Tottenham 2-0.
Come off the show. No come back on the show for the rest of the night.
You always vex with people predictions.
There you go.
Yo, tell them half too.
Right?
One is that now.
But I understand, Cello. I have a prediction battle to win, you know. Are you mad?
Brentford, what you see? Brentford catch him on the set piece, corner kick, free kick, something.
Harry Kane go score for carry up Italy.
Yeah, so 2-1. So 2-1.
Sorry, meeting Tottenham will win, man.
Yeah.
Tottenham win what?
So Tottenham plays football when there's no longer anything to play for.
Alright, so okay, so that's 3-0 Tottenham then.
Yeah, this is for them, man. This is for them the time of the season, dog. This is when them for the right time, right? Eh?
No, man. They're fighting for Conference League, so they had to be playing properly.
Fair point. You have a point there, so maybe not for real. Maybe not.
What my man name? Odyssey. If you told me he bet for Brentford lose. Yo, right now the man do the betting turn up now. The man got more time. The man never go training and stuff. The man can analyze all the betting and so now.
Hey, look. The man know and know more betting to take place. The man go done 100K tomorrow. Yeah. 100K tomorrow, they can't do nothing now. Can don't ban him.
Yeah,
So
but
what they ban him
hello,
for?
when he get banned and then find out again, he just get a ban again after soon as he
Yeah,
come
ban
back.
again. You get
Fun
16
and
months.
games. All fun and games. So they go up on Sky Sports News and you see former Brentford and English striker Ivan Toney wins jackpots. wins jackpots.
Yo.
And then
Oh gosh, oh gosh. Yeah, all right, O'Neal, we coming to that game now. We coming. Me Bang City and give Arsenal some hope. We love to see it. We love to see it. All right, so fellas. All right, fellas. So what the score that? We say I go in 2 on Tottenham.
me go
Me go
one just
me
like
go
I'm go Aston
2-1.
Villa last week. Just like me go Aston Villa last week, me go Brentford 2-1 this week. Cause Tottenham is shit.
Yeah, me go 2-1. I think Tottenham go win, but Brentford will give them a fight now. Everyone wants to play football, man. Not because Tony now play. That man will
Yeah,
still perform.
more and Butcher good man.
Two
Yeah.
1 Brentford. Who you think will keep up Brentford? Eric Dyer and Fraser Foster? Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real.
One nil to Tottenham. Y'all should
Yo,
listen.
you missed the dog.
Y'all should
Pedro
listen to
Power
this.
Masterclass. We'll
Sure.
check.
All me want
All right.
to no. When the season done now, I go look into Harry Kane dive against Aston Villa last week no, so he can get banned too no. So he not done yet no.
If I start looking to things now, you don't know who win the
The
league.
referee get money. The referee VR get
Check.
money. So I go look into him.
But
Let's go. Wolves versus Everton.
And if you look all the way back to when he grabbed Cucurella here and jag it down,
You check. Maybe them man might come 10.
that will show you.
Wolves versus Everton, fellas.
Yeah, Wolves pan are high right now, no. So me go Wolves.
Wolves 2-1.
Wolves 2-1. Yeah, me go Wolves 2-1.
I go in 1-1.
Wolves 2-1. Everton can't trick me.
Everton 2-1.
Oh, he's like Everton. Okay.
No, because look, if you look at the table, Everton is 1 point away from relegation, and Wolves don't really have nothing to play for. So
Right.
Everton have to win, but Wolves
True.
don't really have to win. All it don't matter to them.
Not for Everton have a winner come out and get a red card early, you know. The Corey come and do some play, you know. You see, everybody don't know who may talk.
But Chelsea do Wigan on the last day. Liverpool versus Aston Villa, guys.
Liverpool 3-1.
3-2.
Yeah, Liverpool
3-2 Liverpool.
3-1.
Joe, great minds think alike, boy.
Yeah, 3-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
Me go 3-2 Liverpool.
Right now, yo, I realize Liverpool just quietly go on this crazy run of games. You check that. Yo, hear me say, right? The ideal thing for me.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Anfield.
So it might be even more than 3. It's just the ideal thing for me, right, is Liverpool qualifying for the Champions League and pushing out Manchester United, and Manchester City winning the treble. Because here, United fans can't talk. You check. Chelsea fans don't can't talk. Other than O'Neal, Aggie, he was blind. You check. He not better for do. So Aggie, he was blind. You check. And then, and then Tottenham fans, you don't really have much to do, so you don't have to worry about. You check. And them, they wouldn't have nothing to talk about either. And then really true, when you really think about it, we're not like 1.5 City fan. So what me worry about? You check.
Yeah, a little bit more City fan than Tottenham.
Facts.
Just a little bit more.
Actually, I know 2 Tottenham fans. Come on, cousin that back Spurs.
Yikes.
Joe, if you're your cousin, kick you out the family. Kick you out the family.
Me talk about the man don't go England, go watch Tottenham play and so on, and Tottenham get blue.
Joe, check on him regularly, okay? Check on him.
But no seriousness now. Imagine, we finally get to go a game to watch your team play, and then you spend your money, spend everything, ticket, spend your money to go overseas, we go to the game and your team lose. Name you the
Yes.
I
vet.
mean, your team can lose a game now. But if it's like Arsenal versus Man City just the other day, then I'm gonna feel bad. If it's like yo, imagine you watching. Oh, imagine if like Arsenal versus Liverpool when we draw 2-2. I'd love to be that. I'd be at that game, although the result didn't go away.
Yeah, true.
That wouldn't be a result that I'd be down thing. But if my team go and get slapped, okay, put it this way: if me did Arsenal when Arsenal make up 4, and then Newcastle come back 4-4, that feel like one. That feel like one.
Different. Well, that I'm gonna say now. When I think about it, when I think them will lose, I think I draw and draw. I remember the game. I think of that game this me go. I remember the game under Jose when Bale and Sumidi when them a play West Ham.
With
And
Lanzini.
I think a Fornals scored a crazy shot from outside the box and
Lanzini,
equalized the game. After Tottenham, we had them 3-0.
I think Harry
And
Kane
then
scored a 10.
I remember all who may score. That's the same season under Jose when Harry Kane got golden boot and most assists.
Okay.
They played a
Remember
game
the
against West Ham where they were winning. Bale scoring the game, I think Son score and Kane score. Right? That Lucas Moura. Somebody, their man made up 3-0. And then West Ham score one. And then Jose go ultra defensive. And West Ham score one next one. And then close to the end of the game, I remember for 4-0. Somebody catch one bar. If not 4-0, I think it was what the
Lanzini. Lanzini is the Argentinian Lanzini.
Yes, Lanzini.
Oh, the
Yes.
Lanzini. Okay.
You remember the box? That is zigzag? Yeah. That's the game he went to.
Okay.
The man in the score. When you in the score quest, well, the score beautiful in that same game.
Free taking the game. That's what give them the 3-2. Yeah. And Lanzini scored the equalizer. That game the ego. So imagine you go and watch the team and celebrate because you're bang down, man. Bale may go up on a crazy run and score a crazy goal. Just for then the man that come back to score 3 goals.
Well, you got to see a London derby. That was good. That was a good choice.
Yeah.
That was a good choice. All right, fellas. Bournemouth versus Manchester United. Settle.
Yeah, United win that for me. Probably 3-0 because, like I say, Bournemouth, like what Jonathan was saying earlier, Bournemouth done safe. They're not for play for.
Yeah.
So them man probably done relax, celebrate, stay up. They know when they're relegation battle, United a fight for Champions League. So you look for maybe one.
Especially since Newcastle won today, they're really in a fight.
Yeah. You look for maybe 1-3-0.
I think it'll be close.
That he could probably get a clean sheet. He lead for golden boot. He don't win the golden boot actually. Golden glove, sorry, actually.
Yeah.
2. I got 2-0.
Me go 3.
Same.
Come Varane so back. So then I get back some of the players. Rashford supposed to be back for the game.
So yeah, 3-0 for sure from my end too.
When the game be shot.
Yeah, I need 6 points, but at the same time, even if I win the game, and I'm not fair, I lose the rest of the game, and then
I mean,
you're going like another team. Yeah, you're going like another team.
Hard team, Chelsea.
Come on, bro.
Inform Chelsea.
Which game does it talk about?
What's the info?
Bournemouth versus United.
It's 3 more games United have to play.
Yeah.
Remember they have a double game week coming up, and then the one game after.
We got 2-1
The double
United.
game week is Bournemouth and Chelsea.
Right now, Rashford not hot no more. Look at what to go for Rashford, so he not hot no more. Not too much to go now. Go 2-1. 2-1 United.
I think he
All
out now.
right. Wait a moment.
I didn't they say Rashford is supposed to be out or something?
No, I saw something today. Yeah, he had some kind of leg injury, but I saw something today that says that he should be good. He should be fine for the game. On Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, we watch with bated breath. Fulham versus Crystal Palace. I'll get to these quickly, boys.
Fulham, Crystal Palace.
1-1.
2-2.
Ooh.
That's
2-1.
Two teams making noise, you know.
Yeah,
2-1 Fulham. Boy, Mitrovic is back. Back again.
Oh yeah, Mitrovic back.
Yeah, he scored last week.
And is that
Yeah, that
Fulham
make
with
a
that Kieran
difference.
Cottage, right?
And then we play Fulham here.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
2-1, 2-1
2-1
Fulham.
Fulham. 2-1 Fulham.
Yeah, 2-1 Fulham
Yeah,
for me
yeah,
too.
I got
Yeah,
2-1 for them as well.
forgot my
Nottingham
tribute back.
Forest versus Arsenal.
4-0 Arsenal.
Chino Nottingham Forest boy.
6-0. 6-6.
Let's take you out, please. Take
He
you
think,
out.
he think we come here for fun and games. That's the mistake that he made. That's a mistake that he made, thinking that we came here for jokes. He think that we came here for jokes. You are my left yo day. Watch
Yo,
he, watch his face, watch his face.
boy, ice tonight, boy.
Oh gosh.
Them sackle.
Joe,
I'm about
Joe,
to say 2-1 Forest.
Arsenal
Joe,
cheat.
4-0
About to say
Arsenal.
2-1 Forest.
you see what
One
happened
nil
when he
Arsenal
Arsenal.
did
cheat.
that?
And Odegaard will continue his scoring streak because he getting a good amount of goals there. He will continue that scoring streak.
Where's the boy?
You see what happened when Shaq have power? What you do? Advantage.
Yo, my thing is right. Sell see what he
No,
say,
you see,
right?
I'm telling you about them man that sit
Everybody.
down behind this in the suit. You see, this is a prime example. Them man that sit down behind this in the suit. You see what they do? Take advantage.
We are
Yo,
not a bigger.
my thing is right. Sell see what he say, right? Shaq didn't even say nothing. Shaq just tap smile and Sell just disappear off the screen. Watching drinking time.
Let me tell
And
you,
John,
them
what
man
name
that
the
sit
brand?
down behind this in the suit, the things that they do. See, shot the shot.
Let's say, but I understand life.
No.
Oh Lord, hey, look.
Yeah, Arsenal
Yo,
cheat.
let me
Arsenal
see.
cheat.
4-1 Arsenal.
4-1 Arsenal. I love to hear it. Love
1-1.
to hear it. Alright. Or we come and respect you. We can take the league from you, but we not take you out this summer, you know, boy. We come and respect you, boy.
Anytime you take me up, me just done the show, bro.
I see how you get it from.
Yeah.
West Ham versus Leeds. This is not a good one.
The man with money talk now. See the man with money talk up there now. The man with money talk.
Yo, Leeds can win this game, you know.
Leeds can win this game.
Yeah, Leeds can actually win this
Leeds
game.
need to win this game. Like they
Yeah.
have.
What's some Chino?
Oh
Yikes.
gosh.
So, may go Leeds.
I'm going to
May
You
go
have to win.
You can't say yikes no.
Leeds.
Right now, West Ham last couple game home now. A 3 or more goal the man is scoring the last couple game home.
Yeah. But West Ham also don't get out the relegation zone and not have for play for. They must
You
say
can say they're not for play for.
Did they go through today?
Yeah.
2-0 then against Brentford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gone fast.
Yeah.
West
They
Ham
go
on
Leeds.
37
Leeds 2-1.
points in 15th and Leeds on 31 points in 18th. Like Leeds have to win. West Ham
Yeah,
safe. Leeds have to win.
Leeds 2-1.
I may go West Ham 2-1, you know.
I don't mind Leeds winning now because I want Everton and Leicester to go down, boy. Because those were my picks.
Yeah, boy, that's the chick. That's the chick, boy.
Chick me, you know.
That's the chick me. Forest can't chick me, man.
Who on the job?
I feel a 1-1.
I fear it could be a draw or 2-1 West Ham.
Right.
I'm up in the evening.
Stalemate, none.
Brighton versus Southampton, fellas.
Brighton 2-0.
5-0 boy. 5-0 Brighton.
2-0
Brighton
Brighton.
again 1-0.
2-0 Brighton for
No,
2-0
Shaq, if
Brighton.
Brighton go and lose to Southampton, that going to burn me. That's going to really burn me. That can't happen.
He bought me today.
Yeah, but
Man City.
3-0
Man
Brighton.
City versus Chelsea.
Real talk, 3-0 Brighton.
Man City versus Chelsea.
4-0 City.
4-1 City
No,
boy.
3-0 City. 3-0 City. They're tired. They're a little tired, you know? It's only 3-0.
4-1 City there. Chelsea sugar.
Wait, who will score for Chelsea? They don't score goals.
No. Then get a corner. And the ball go knock on defender. And probably what you name again? What you name? Gallagher. Mind to get a lucky one. Kind lucky.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't gotta forget deflection for real.
Yeah. So you might get a lucky one.
3-0 City and we'll be crowned champions.
Yeah, that's one thing you gotta look out for. City could be champions on Sunday afternoon. On Monday, Newcastle versus Leicester.
We can be champions Saturday afternoon too. Just pushing that out.
Yeah. I said that earlier.
Just saying it
Newcastle
again.
versus Leicester. If a team needs to win, it's Leicester.
But
Them they
not
can't
against Newcastle though. It's
them
not
they
happening
can't
against
trick
Newcastle.
me, but
Then they can't trick me. Newcastle are not them they phone on.
They
sure
go
you not.
2-1. They go
2-1. I
2-1
think
Leicester.
2-1. 2-1.
2-1 Leicester.
Leicester. What?
Okay, that man they can't. Leicester can't trick me. Me don't tell her a long time. Them they can't trick me, dog. Them
Trick
they
me, I
can't
may
trick me.
get irritated, boy. I may get mad
All
again.
right, fellas. Let's jump into now. That's the predictions. Just let me shout out. Let me shout out. Okay. If City win, do a Saturday special. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. I wanna be there. I'm confident. Newcastle
He's
3
lying.
spread. Um,
He's going to be home
let,
with Arsenal games.
let's just shout out more. He's now on top of our prediction table. With 102 points, overtaking Suko this game week. Shout out to Memphis. He's won a game week by 3 points. He and Jamal had really good game weeks. Suko's in second, Celo's in third on 94 points. Celo, you just see like we can't be separated every week, boy. We got the same amount of points. We just can't be separated.
That man that they at the bottom. You can tell them they're natural bandwagonists and losers, boys. So then they bottom.
Don't let him hear you say that, you know. Don't let him hear you say that. He's gonna come for you. He's gonna come for you. Let's tell her run it. Someone can abuse it. Memphis, what we cover here? I don't know how to Memphis dog. Memphis is buzz up on Twitch. Check Twitch for Memphis. I must be streaming something.
The man say, man, you embarrass Memphis too much, right? Memphis no company show no money. Memphis we had to go play game on Twitch, but every time you look, me get a notification. Memphis live on Twitch.
Yeah. All right, boys. What? Sorry, what do you listen to that? Yo, I can check the comments for that one. All right, fellas. Let's discuss this. Let's start here. Manager of the season nominations. The nominees are Arteta, De Zerbi, Emery, Pep Guardiola, Eddie Howe, and Marco Silva. I can bring it back up periodically if you guys need a refresher. Moy, I guess you're gonna go with Pep. Your reason?
The two outright favorites would be Pep versus Eddie Howe. But Eddie Howe had a good season, made Newcastle finish top 4 if they do hold out. Yeah, because I don't think But I would give it to Pep, seeing that he managed to overtake Arsenal and managed to secure the championship for City. So yeah, that's me, Pep Guardiola all day long.
All right. Celo.
Boy, maybe honest with you, right? I know Pep can do. I know the quality manager Pep be, but for the turn around the art to do with Arsenal in a short space of time, the board. And the run did the Arsenal go on from the start of the season, all of them to win the league. Boy, me believe Arteta deserve that, the boy. Especially the signing that the man bringing in January that even improved the team. I mean, that is just for me opinion.
I thought that Arteta, because we operating with the youngest team, he did something special. But at the end of the day, and I don't think it's his fault why we didn't win the league. But when I look at Eddie Howe, I think Eddie Howe has done something that no one on this panel, no one in any football realm thought that he would have done or is about to do. And for that, like you said, Pep is supposed to win the league. He has the best team. He is the best manager. He has everything for him to win the league, to be successful. Eddie Howe, on the other hand, I don't think has that luxury. So Eddie Howe gets my vote. Jonathan, what do you say?
Yeah, shout out Arteta definitely for sure. But I fully agree with you, Shaq, there. I mean, I believe Pep go win it. People go vote for Pep, but I think Eddie Howe. I think Newcastle fighting relegation, like literally fighting relegation to where they are now. And
Right.
we say they have money, but they haven't spent really that much money. So, I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
Eddie Howe has done a lot. I mean, if you have Dan Byrne playing fullback for you, and people like Joe Linton, how he transformed. Because remember, Joe Linton used to be a striker, a strike.
Yep.
Joe Linton used to strike, and now he's doing some serious work in the
He
midfield.
never be a striker. He just play up top.
Well, okay, up top, man, play up top. And people like Joe Willacanto, we have playing. I mean, it's a really good season for Newcastle. So I had to vote for Eddie Howe.
I know Jilly again. I don't know what Jilly talking about. I never know what Jilly is talking about. I swear down. It says Eddie Howe third is crazy. Who put him third? He says Eric Ten Hag. Super says he may have done something very special, but when you are in contention for doing the treble, that is not every season that happens. Pep for me, but Suku, you can't factor in. Okay, I guess you did the treble, the 3 in a row. Okay, fair enough. For me, vote a Lampard for almost relegate 2 teams. You need I'm talking about his position. Okay. You see. Okay, O'Neil, you're making sense. All right, I think he's saying third in the league. I thought you were saying somebody here put him at third in the ranking. Yes, third in the league is crazy. I honestly, I know more. I'm going to make a point against you because you said Pep, but coming into the season, more, it's always been the title or bust for you because you have a ready-made team and a ready-made manager, right?
Yeah.
So did Pep do anything special for you this year?
Yes.
In the Premier League. In the Premier League specifically.
This scenario, because it's Man City and it's Pep, that
No.
if he doesn't exceed anything, that's where he shouldn't get it. But if we're looking at it, Arsenal was on top of the league for 200 and something days. City was chasing him down.
He had to be perfect to catch us up. You're right.
The man managed to overtake Arsenal and lead us to a trophy. And I know y'all saying a lot of things. If we go into nitty and gritty, we can say that he transformed, these fullbacks, like Stones, to play like a DM role and those kind of stuff to help us. It was pivotal to help us to even come across to win the title. But I'm not even going into that stuff. Just Pep for me all day long.
All right. Okay. I mean,
we need to give a shout out to Unai Emery, because how Gerrard left Aston Villa, it was in a really bad place, and Emery come in, and what position they in now? Like
7th.
They in 8th place. They had 11 points with Tottenham and 1 point behind Brighton. Like Unai Emery has done a ridiculous job, a really good job.
Like Jalil is saying here, 12th to 3rd. I think what Eddie Howe is doing with minimal spending is phenomenal. I can't look past that because when look past Eddie Howe, I'm like, yo, you have no right to be there. You have no right to be there.
Injured for most of the season as well too.
Who's that?
Alexander Isak, the striker.
Right. He was in and out for the entire season.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, let's jump down to this one. Which one is this now? Young Player of the Season nominations. The nominees are Batman, Caicedo, Haaland, Isaac, McAllister, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka.
I think we should have done Player of the Season first.
Yeah, because they're gonna affect this.
I mean, we can just do Player of the Season right now because I don't think anybody's going to dispute that. To be fair, is anybody thinking anybody other than Haaland for Player of the Season?
No, it's easy.
All right, Haaland every day.
Okay, Haaland for me.
Like that. So that should be the same energy for the young player too.
I disagree.
No,
and I'll tell you why. I disagree.
Because
go ahead. Listen.
Let me go first, because if you're saying Haaland wins Player of the Season, right, and he's also in Young Player of the Season, if you're giving somebody as Young Player of the Season, that means there was a better player than Haaland, and they weren't. So they should have been in Player of the Season. So if Haaland is winning Player of the Season and he's in Young Player of the Season, he should walk with both of those awards without no hesitation.
Well, when you put it like that, that's a good argument, no, but he don't win the award for for the overall player of the season. The only person when sat and thought about it today that I would give a shout in that in terms of like I think would be a fair winner as well is Martinelli, and that's simply because of the fact that he's equal to the record for most goals scored by a Brazilian in the league. You check at his current as one young player, based on how much goals he scored last season versus this season, being joint as our top goal scorer and also equalizing the record. If he didn't get injured, he'd probably block the record. But okay, cool. He equalized the record that Firmino has been holding for the most goals scored by a Brazilian player in the league. I think that gives him a case and an argument. But for me personally, I would be perfectly fine with Haaland winning both of them because, I mean, you can't really
Hear me
argue with
out.
what he has done for the season.
Right. Hear me out there, Joe and Moy. The reason why I'm saying, and I'm not against Haaland winning it. It's just a different way that I thought that young player. I think they view young player. They just do it between a age range, and if you fall between that age range, you're eligible. Fair enough. But I'm thinking Haaland came to this Premier League as a star already. Yes, his age says that he's a young player, but he didn't have a breakout season. I don't feel like Haaland was a star already coming to the league. When you look at the other names on the list, like, yo, Martinelli getting 15 goals this year is a big accomplishment.
You miss me. You miss me with that argument because being a star or not, because if Haaland did not fulfill with that stuff, it would have been a whole different scenario. You can't, and not because he's a star means you should not think he's a young star. Just like Mbappe, he's a young player. They still have potential to bring young player. Haaland came in, that was a star already, managed to block record across the board.
Yeah, but you see, everybody's like, okay, yeah, he scored a 36 goal. I get that he scored 36 goals. That's phenomenal. He's the player of the season. But when I think about young players, I'm looking for a breakout star. I'm looking for somebody that touched the market and open our eyes. If Haaland just scored, let's just say he still scored 30 goals, 29 goals, we'd have it okay. Only because he broke the record, why make it phenomenal? No, I look at it that way. That it must be a breakout star. That's just me.
But he is a
Yeah,
breakout
because if you look for them no more, you look on the fact that you bring, not just to show you, when you look for them from Shaq perspective as well, is you're bringing in a player that was already known as one of the best strikers in the world of football already, and then putting him into one of the best teams ever created in football. You expect he excel versus a Martinelli, young player who's never had double-digit goals, playing under an inexperienced manager in a team that came eighth twice, then choked the Champions League and came fifth. And then now all of a sudden you are the top goal scorer for your team, and you just run down one record from Firmino when Firmino they fire up on all cylinders that Firmino dropped 15 in the league and broke record for most goals scored by a Brazilian. When you take all those things into consideration, that's what I'm saying is to make it seem as if the arguments aren't fair, that liquor unfair. Because the arguments, they are fair arguments. But like me say, for me, if you give Haaland, cool, no problem. Because he
No,
broke the
he's gonna
record
win it.
for the Premier
I know
League
he's gonna
and
win
so
it.
on and whatnot. But me just to say that if them man if you get up and say, boy, okay, I don't give Haaland player of the season, so I go give Martinelli, let's say, young player of the season, there wouldn't be anything crazy about it. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen one person get young player of the season and another person get player of the season. It wouldn't be the
I think
first
I was
time.
saying the same thing last
and
year when I think Trent was
and
nominated. Sorry, there, man.
and
Let me just get this quick.
oh,
I think
go ahead.
Trent was nominated, so it's not like I'm on Haaland because Martinelli is in there now. I think Trent was already hitting heights before last
Mhm.
season, and he was nominated again last season. Like, why is Trent there? So I'm not
Yeah,
picking
yeah,
on
yeah.
Haaland. It's just how I think about the award.
You see, I never really agree with the breakout star. I mean, I understand when Shaq is coming with the breakout star, it has a valid point to it because it's the whole young player scenario in behind of it. But you know, if you're looking at like this is what the awards are about, because if you're looking at the young player awards, you know, I think it's Ballon or wherever it is. You know, you have the likes of Pedri and Bellingham and so in there, and those players were winning it. They wasn't breakout, you know, they were well known and things like that. But all I'm saying, if you want to see a young player, and while I think you would deem unfair and it would seem tricky because if you want somebody else to win young player, don't put Haaland in there. But then that could be a next case by itself. Because I'm just thinking if you have him winning player of the season and no other young player is in, you know, contention player of the season, he should outright win that award. But we have seen crazier things than that, you know, because y'all know I don't really dig up them awards things because them award things. We don't know how they come up with the things and them. But if they're going with young player, I guess they could put a different category in there to fit what Shaq is saying into properly and but the same way not it's trickery because if you're saying breakout star, I think there's more than one definition to it because you can have a breakout star like Haaland that just came into the league and said he just came into the league, he came in and do what he do. And I guess you could have a player, you know, let's just say like Martinelli, let's just use Martinelli when he first came into Arsenal and he had a season like this. I think you could have that perspective too. You know, but yeah, that's my thesis.
Yeah, for me
a
personally,
question for
Haaland
y'all.
win both awards. No, I was just showing the fact that the argument for Martinelli is not unrealistic. But for me
I
personally,
agree.
I give him both.
I agree that he will win both, but I just think that it would just be that's how I would term young player of the season. Go ahead, Cello and Johnson, if you have any contributions.
Yeah, quick question for y'all. If City win the treble, does Haaland win the Ballon d'Or for y'all?
I was talking to Suka about this today. You know, I
Ballon
think he does.
d'Or so mess up here. You can win everything until you win Ballon d'Or and give them favors.
I think he does. I really hate the award. To be fair.
Jonathan,
in the past.
to answer to that question, my answer would be yes, but I thought that the Ballon d'Or Messi one factor in the World Cup, but apparently it doesn't factor in the World Cup yet. So people were saying the World Cup could play a pivotal part to Messi winning the Ballon d'Or again. That's why I think Ballon d'Or is so messed up. I think if the treble is on, Haaland wins it. Just recency bias.
You see what?
The Ballon d'Or question about the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or covers what period?
It's not the season.
It's not the calendar. I think it's the calendar year.
It's the calendar year.
Yeah, I think it's the calendar year.
Well, then it's going to be
everything that
Messi.
takes place within the calendar year.
So somebody won it last year, right? There was who won it last year?
Messi.
Messi.
It was Lewan.
No, Benzema. Sorry, Benzema.
All right, so Benzema won it for 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that means the World Cup can't be considered.
No, remember it would be for 2022-2023 season, so to speak, more or less. Yo, it's a weird way they calculate it. Because even though they're doing it for a year, you know, like for a business, I'm gonna use for my workplace, for example, our calendar year start October. So even though we're doing it for 2022, for them the calendar year might start, let's say, in September. So they only get do for that period of time.
But yeah,
it depends on where they start the calendar year.
Because I think even if we're talking about the calendar year, I know I just normally hear certain talking, especially when the other season start. If he continues this goal scoring form, it should help his Ballon d'Or ranking. That's why I always get confused with it though.
Yeah, Fox. But then as well, Messi, the argument for Messi would be because the World Cup, I think the World Cup would come into play in this current Ballon d'Or decision. So it would be the World Cup, and I take into the fact that I think he had the most assists still in France right now, top of the league for assists in the French league, the World Cup, player of the World Cup, most goals in the World Cup. I'm thinking he may have most assists to enter it. So when you take all that into consideration, that's what they're gonna try to put together. But for me personally, Messi safe we did that. Haaland deserved that. That remind me of when if them and give Messi, that would be like when Henry been supposed to win and then give Nedved.
So what happened at the same thing like when Snyder win everything until they get nothing.
Yeah.
True.
Ballon d'Or voting that they weird, but I don't understand how them do that.
I don't really award. I don't think individual awards for team sport make sense.
Yeah, I lost respect for it after a while. But even a year, right? I remember. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like the year Madrid won it, he wasn't supposed to win it. I feel like it was more like a this fairy tale story,
Right.
and that everybody like Madrid. Yeah,
That's
but
not what he did at
like,
the World
bro,
Cup. It was 2018, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When they came
yeah,
second.
yeah, but then because
But he
then
won
my
the
thing is
Champions
like,
League.
yeah, yeah, check. But I was like, yo, my thing is like, bro, there were actually people out there that had a better year than Magic, just saying. But cool.
Yo, because
Cause of Magic and he play. And also these awards always favor people that play for the bigger teams.
Right, of course. The
So
bigger
you know
market.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The more
so you
market
know that,
coverage.
bro.
and
Yeah.
Right.
just my last point before Jonathan and Selo come in again. I just think it's crazy. He has the Ballon d'Or has to do with hype, how the hype you come to your name, because
Who had a
you
better
remember
PR, Maury?
the scenario with the Liverpool stuff. Some of them players deserve other hype, but Van Dijk get the more hype, so he up there mostly. So yeah, Ballon d'Or don't make no sense, dog. Especially Jorginho won best midfield and he's still in the make OL 11. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. I have one more question for the man them tonight. And then we can close if anybody else don't have anything to say. What do you guys think? Let's what did they come third or fourth? And for Joe's sake, Newcastle third, Liverpool fourth. For Joe agenda. What do you think Newcastle's spending would be like next year? Do you think they know go big or they still measured in their approach to how they go about the business?
Bro, Newcastle. Yo, Newcastle, like,
Because
yo, we still
to be fair, they punch
yo, we
above
still
their
don't,
weight today with that
yeah.
this year with the team that they have.
No, but when you think about it, yes, they punch above the weight because they're in the third. But when you really look for them, no, their man team not bad no.
They play
Big
well
yo,
together.
all it shows is that they needed a coach. Now they get one coach and the man just make certain adjustments, bro. Like I feel like Eddie Howe deserves an award just for turning around Joe Ellington alone. Because we go from questioning if this man was actually Brazilian to this man now becoming a midfield general all of a sudden.
Questioning whether he was a footballer.
Footballer, facts. You check, which is insane. And then the business they've done hasn't been bad. You check, because them man actually,
Look, Batman get nominated for player
a
of the
good
year.
team. Yeah, them man actually a good team because Isak is not a bad signing. Isak is the striker I wanted, right? Back when they had the whole Vlahovic drama, me have a
Trippier was
whole
good signing
Isak
too.
agenda, pull all my stats and everything, development, pattern and dog. Me want Isak
We
so bad,
tweeted
right?
that when they asked the family, they said that he in the land with the license plate.
With the license plate also, yes, dog. You check? Yeah, mommy want Isak, man. Isak a good player. That's a good buy because you're buying for the future. And
Okay.
he's already having an impact on the team. Yeah, man, I like the Anthony Gordon signing. I really rate he questionable for me. I think he overhyped. The Trippier, as simple as it was one of their best signings, if not the best signing. Then
Steady.
Bruno G, who I thought we were
We
going to
also
buy.
wanted.
Yeah, who I thought we were going to get just to see the man go Newcastle, and then turns out to be one of their most influential players. Like, bro, boss, Newcastle actually had a real good team, the overall setup and everything. Look for Almiron out to the MLS for 2 years, and now go on with nothing, and then just go up on this crazy goal scoring farm and the Eddie Howe. Saint Maximan football IQ like it increased. All of a sudden, his decision making better. Like, yo, so many things that the team is actually not bad. So to look at that and think about the fact that man even start spend the bread yet, like, bro,
It's crazy.
that's crazy.
Look, Jelly is saying he could go for Diaby, and he's even bringing up. You can see, I can see Caicedo going up
Bro,
there.
that man can legit challenge Arsenal, City, everybody for anybody I'll go after. Because
Yeah,
because legit though, we offering the same thing, really and truly.
Yeah, they have Champions League.
They can offer more money, by the way.
Precisely. They can offer you better contracts in terms of overall salary and everything. And they actually have the money. They actually have the money to go after these players.
McAllister.
They actually have the money to go after these players. That's crazy.
Trying to
Napoli.
from Napoli, the centre back.
The centre back.
He agreed some kind of terms in Manchester United.
I see talks with him with Manchester United. Don't know.
And I saw that McAllister don't agree terms with Liverpool.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jack, I believe Newcastle and Arsenal will be going after a lot of the same people this summer. I don't think they'll be going after people like Neymar and things like that, because I think that will really slow down their progress. They don't need big stars like that. They need people that will come and go work. No Premier League club need Neymar right now. No
Big
Premier
man, I see why they want. But if Neymar go Arsenal and them man play 2:30 a.m., me get up.
Father, if Neymar come to Arsenal, wherever the shot, they may go buy a jersey. I'm telling you, you're crazy.
What you take Neymar to do, Joe?
Father, listen,
give Neymar for 1 year contract.
Forward.
I would love it.
Forward.
Forward.
I will be there. What Johnny Lover say, I will be there.
Yo,
no matter what.
I realize Neymar.
No matter what.
Neymar might easily be one of the most disrespected footballer of our generation, because Neymar are one of the only man. Neymar the closest thing that ever come in a football since to Cristiano and Messi. No. Remember Neymar finished what? Top 10. I come top 10, I come 7th or something in a Ballon d'Or race. I play for Flamengo and the King. Put some respect for the youth.
But Joe, I heard Neymar was the only man that met people want to watch Brazilian league.
Yes, dog.
It's just crazy. I was watching his highlights now, and this boy at a young age was so talented. I see him pick up the ball, beat one, and then still beat the keeper and basically turn back and go and sit the defender on his back.
Yo, but I forgot when MSN fire and Messi may get the nasty injury. And Neymar take over, and Neymar I carry Barcelona on his back because Suarez may get injured too. I forgot, and Neymar over there carry Barcelona on his back. Yo, boy, put some respect on Neymar.
You're talking about Neymar in the 20s.
Exactly.
But hold on. We're talking about. No, but we're talking about Neymar in the 20s. You know, just see what Neymar I do in the World Cup before he get injured. You're going like a Neymar and they fire in the World Cup.
Neymar, I think before Neymar got injured, Neymar had double digits assists and goals in the French league.
Neymar was
leading up to the World Cup.
He was at the top of the league for goals and assists.
French league.
So okay, what is league on that?
Look like a nothing shot.
Okay, so wait,
wait, let me get it. Boys, let me have him.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say Neymar, whether it's French league or any kind of league. Look on the game. Watch this man. He is unplayable. He's played Champions League. He's played World Cups. He's played what is South America? Something Copa America. And this man has been unplayable. We now talk about he winnings or he losing. We talk about the man in possession. He is unplayable. You put a man like that in any team, he single-handedly wins you at least 15 points every season by himself.
Can I go now? My turn. Tag me.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Your bar. Go ahead, big bar.
You said that French league is not the league. Where is Balogun playing?
French league.
And you want Balogun starting front to Eddie. And Eddie, they light it up in the press.
Balogun back to Arsenal. See, French league is not the league.
Listen to me. Big man, Eddie Nketiah is not a footballer, big man.
No. Focus by Eddie Nketiah. Focus on Balogun and light it up in the French league.
Gabriel Martinelli cannot compare to Neymar. So let's go.
If the other day seller was telling you were telling me when we were playing clubs about Lacazette doing so well in the French league.
Listen, but let me tell you something. Me not say Neymar no good. Me not take what Neymar do. I may say I've been Neymar the Arsenal now in the worth it.
Exactly. If Neymar want 3-year contract right now, me personally deliver one myself.
If Neymar wants 3 days contract, I'm with it.
Boss, them man out here want to sign Zaha and so on and so. Kingman, you realize that if, okay, I don't think about, hold on man, I don't think about age. I don't think about age-wise, right? Okay, cool. Think about age-wise. Name me 3 young winger out there that can go for that can get half one Neymar can get away. Give me three of them.
Listen to what me
No,
say.
answer the question.
Listen
Give me
to
three of
what
them.
me say.
Martinelli, Mitoma, Mbappe,
The boy
Saka.
that stop your nonsense.
Who else?
Just stop it.
I'm about to hit five.
Diaby,
stop it.
Diaby, that level 2 them.
Raphael.
No. You disrespect now.
They're crazy.
You look at Diaby and even you know when we rate Martinelli, he's not on Neymar's level, bro.
I realize that Neymar for years and years in the top 5 for chances created in the R5 league and you better put some respect for Neymar there, boy.
Joe, let me say something, Joe. Okay, everybody man respect Neymar, but all me doesn't say you build a project, yeah, and you add Neymar to that project. The problem you bring to that project,
no. Nah, we're not building. Nah, Neymar not gonna be a part of the project. It's not every time you're building a project, everybody supposed to be a part of the project. Neymar will come in as an icing.
So okay, if you bring
Neymar come as an icing. Hey, watch me, fellas. Come on, answer your question from a culinary standpoint. I love cake. Everybody love cake. But I don't have a yam cake with icing. But when I have cake, how about like a chocolate frosting? The cake bang like a better intake.
And sprinkle.
Yo, shut.
And sprinkle one day.
Right?
Tell me.
Right?
But when the icing trying to be the main part of the dish, that can't work. And that's what Neymar is.
Nah, he won't be, man. It's Arteta that's running the ship, you know.
Okay, man. Me guarantee you, if I bring Neymar Arsenal, bring Neymar Arsenal for 3 months, I'ma guarantee you the best you see Saka and Martinelli play.
Joe, hear this stats. Joe, hear this stats. If Neymar come play for Arsenal Saturday, Arsenal win the league.
Facts.
Because City's going to start drop points. And that may tell you about the Monday.
Yo, what me not line up, even if we talking about age and so on. Like you see like Messi contract situation and people talk we don't need Messi because it's old. What do you mean?
Give me that man for a year, bro.
Even self City team talk, bring Messi, somebody
give me that man for a year, bro.
Oh.
Boy, shot. Arsenal need a Neymar right now, but
hey, you must say Neymar.
No, there's certain man in the world football.
Selo, me the play the contract. All you have to do is tap me. Me deliver the contract. You can say what you want.
He was a
Neymar forward.
I'm starting investigate your one.
Wait. What Jonathan saying up at the top there?
Yeah, the past is gone, Shaq. I can appreciate Neymar was a top 3 player about 5 years ago. He no longer is that anymore. People have surpassed him. He's past his best by date, okay? The man...
3 players! Better than Neymar right now.
Wait, Shaq. For every 3 points he give you, he costing you 3 more points because all the work he doesn't do tracking back and you have people just running past him.
Nah, but you see, when the system is designed for that, bro.
PSG can't win a Champions League with
when the system is because PSG don't have a holistic team.
Because you have people like Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi who don't.
Nah, when you put them, when you put the sprinkle on top of the cake, it doesn't compromise the structure of the cake.
Come on, Jonathan, my question. Based on what you said just now, Jonathan, here's my question to you. Where would you rank Mbappe in the world right now?
Mbappe in the world, right this moment, right now?
Yeah.
Off the back of the World Cup he had and everything. But at this present time...
I'll answer the question. Just answer. Hey, listen, I don't want no political response. Just give me one ranking. Thank you.
Okay.
They don't probably the Jaddy.
Mbappe as a player right now, top 3. Somewhere in the top 3. Mbappe
somewhere in the top 3. Okay.
Somewhere in the top 3.
Mbappe somewhere in the top 3, right? And do remember that the same Neymar that everybody had a world fuss about was the same Neymar that before his injury, with the same Mbappe in form, had most goals and most assists with PSG before his injury. Don't forget that. Then also coming from an excellent Copa America prior to the season where he dragged Brazil.
He lose at Copa America?
He carried Brazil to the finals. The only player in Copa America that was better than Neymar was Messi. And Messi won the Copa America. So that is fair.
Joe, what make you try make it seem like okay, man, the talk down for Neymar. All man say,
No, come
and
find
Neymar
find
no.
that you this. I find that no, I'm not gonna lie, I find that disrespect Neymar. You check. I'm a Brazil fan, and Neymar one of my favorite footballers all time. So they can say what they want. Put some respect
Jolly, that's
on the
that fire,
man's
you know.
name.
Watch it. All I'm saying, Cello, is I understand y'all are saying that y'all don't want him right now. Johnson said his part is sell by date. But all I think what myself and Joy saying, you get Neymar. All right? You get Neymar in the team. I think he does more good than what harm.
Them
Okay,
argument
so
is valuable.
if
Let
you
me
get
tell you why
Neymar
it's
now,
valuable. There is not one winger
if you
in
get
this Premier
Neymar now,
League. In
if
the
you
whole
get
Premier
Neymar
League,
now,
there is
where
not
would you
one
play
winger in
Neymar?
the league that better than Neymar.
Mo
Hey,
Salah, period.
who?
Salah. Right now,
Who
Salah
Salah?
better than Neymar. You see what
Yeah,
Salah
boy,
doing at
there is
Liverpool
no
team?
winger in
Liverpool
the
has been
English Premier
crap.
League.
Liverpool has been crap for the whole year, and Salah still consistently scoring goals. You can't tell me that, man.
Sure.
There is
Premier
no
League,
winger
not the
in the
league.
Premier League
With
that
Partey
is
My
and
better than
question
3
to
Neymar.
minutes,
Shaq and
boys.
Joe. My question to Shaq and Joe. If you get Neymar now, where would you play Neymar?
What I mean, Martinelli can't get rest? How why did you? Yeah, but Martinelli can get rest.
Martinelli is currently injured, so fits in
I
perfect.
hear what. If Neymar if Neymar tell me today you want to play on the right, soccer or school, you come on about.
Yeah, but if Neymar tell me you want to play inverted right back, go through.
Go
But
through.
Neymar, but wait there,
Add
Neymar
a little thing behind the man, right? Let's see.
can take up the Odegaard role and Odegaard drop deep.
Even that.
Or the guy can
Name
go play the Shaka role.
the Shaka role. Yeah, but listen, man, that's crazy. I hear what.
I mean,
You
the
talk
man
about
can
Neymar.
strike.
You talk about Neymar.
He can
Like I
strike.
said, about the whole running back.
Look,
What? Neymar can play behind what?
behind the 9, he can
Yeah.
strike.
Yeah, Neymar can strike too. A versatile player you talk, you know. Yeah,
Tell
but
her
they
if
have to crazy, brother.
if
They have
man,
to crazy.
only somebody can work off a Ramsdale. But Zinchenko, so the man can play in front of Zinchenko.
Yo, bud.
Yo,
Shaq.
Shaq, what is it now, man?
Shaq.
Facts.
But be upon this,
I mean,
Shaq,
tell
you
Yo,
Party.
the only somebody
What I
safe
mean?
are Gabriel and Ramsdale.
Yeah, check.
Me
Just
name
Sally-
up on daddy, you see him. When
Sally-
name up put his daddy, you come and go
Hey.
crazy.
Saliba safe for me,
Neymar
Saliba
stuff
safe too.
on TikTok and play more Call of Duty. And that's why he invest his time in a play Call of Duty on TikTok, bud. Yeah.
Hear what? Neymar go run Harry. Neymar go run Harry from August to February. And then I know he get injured because you want to go to birthday party. I had that when Martinelli so go fresh
And
to
that is
finish up the
safe with
season.
me. Yeah, check.
I
That is
didn't
safe with me.
spot.
That is
Boss,
safe with me.
That's
I don't want
That's-
no Neymar, but.
that's
I
good,
don't want no
fellas. That's
Neymar,
good.
but.
We go close now. Anybody has anything to say? We got a minute.
Yes.
Anybody anything else that we missed?
So
Yo,
we-
we just want to highlight, right?
Saturday.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you, boss. Anyways, as me they say, right? As me they say that.
You can't get it.
Obviously, right? You know, me not for do what we talk about, but hey, remember when the man said I remember when the man said yeah, sorry. I remember when the man sent Jaden Sancho up in the hills to meditate and he was supposed to come back as this new being. How happened?
No, the man
Was
come.
the kiki yet?
No, the man like he come back and he sneeze from Ganacho. And that's what we're going. Ganacho get a power.
Okay, see.
Ganacho get a
see.
power.
Makes sense.
Good thing you never activate that class the boy.
But you remember that man? I saw a stat today. The man made they say that well, not stat. They were doing a comparison between Anthony and Salah.
And Salah at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Look at it now.
Yo,
man,
that is hilarious.
that man was trying to compare Sancho and
Oh, Sancho how same goes of a generational Jack Grealish.
Shots fired.
But
Aye.
Grealish is doing more. It's
Yo,
not all
make you know
about
Grealish about for win that trouble, dog. Cause all like he so me pan the City bandwagon, and now they
Well,
realize that City go in trouble. Yeah, then I like see that.
Yeah.
Yo,
All
Joe.
the man jump up over the plastic cup that he got.
That's
That
why
me talk about.
I wish FA Cup should
Man
be
must
the
have buy
last.
the
Champions League should have come before FA Cup. So then, when I play the FA Cup, that means me get the third title and just bang him and make it even sweeter.
Fox dog. Yeah, check Fox dog. Then boy go Subway, go buy juice and keep them disposable cup and a show them off.
Mm.
Tell you dog.
Alright, friends, we're gonna call it a night. And just the last thing we're gonna say, there's another team that can't trick me.
Yo, no, nobody with that. Nobody with that.
Thank you for watching
Celtic
Iron
lose.
Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Ireland Fans, for the passion of the game.